Hey everybody, welcome back to our Stone Face Reaction. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we are here to watch some Jobless Reincarnation. We got some comments here today though, so let's see what everybody's got to say. Up the top we have the War on Reactors, who says, this episode's direction was not easy to predict. Pregnancy, actual and other pregnancy, but really about sending Rudy away. Paul is scum for so many reasons. The babies' names are listed mid-episode Aisha and Norn, and Rudy is 7 at the end of the episode, or 34 plus 7. Gilsane is pronounced Ghislaine.
Well, I like how you pronounced it wrong just to pronounce it right.
I mean, this is always the trouble with I'm reading something rather than listening to it, and I'm sure they said it, but I'm still gonna pronounce it wrong every single time I read it. But yeah, 7 checks out with him being 10 at the end of last episode, yeah. So we're still getting our timeline, we're still keeping it straight.
Straight as we can.
Yeah. But I think I know the episode that they were talking about, and yeah, just sending Rudy away now that they have some normal kids. Yeah, that's about how I would sum up that episode.
And sure, while Paul might not be the best guy, come on, Rudy ain't great either. I mean,
I keep saying he's reborn into the right family.
yeah,
Exactly where he belongs with the rest of them.
because Paul keeps trying to, side with him on certain things that an adult should not side with a child about.
Mm-hmm. Who's our next comment?
Alright, next up we have Kelvin Cawthon, I assume is how you say that name. They did go over all the levels of magic in the first episode, specifically at time mark 2005 in your episode 1 reaction video. As the other commenter said, they are beginner, intermediate, advanced, saint, king, emperor, god. However, your subs in episode 1 translated them to beginner, intermediate, advanced, sacred, royal, imperial, divine. Anyways, the thing I love about this show is the fact that when Rudy is or was reincarnated, he didn't just become the hero. Most trash isekai nowadays, the MC, who was a no-life nothing in the real world, once he's teleported to the new world, he's suddenly like, I can start again! Yay! And is the perfect character that builds a harem and is loved by everyone and does no wrong. Rudy, he was a piece of crap in his old life. And you know what? He's still a piece of crap. But he's a piece of crap that knows he's a piece of crap and wants to be different this time around. That doesn't automatically make him change to be a better person. You can't change who you are, how you think, how you feel, by just wanting to. This is an isekai, a fantasy with swords and magic, but it's also a story about personal growth. The anime, unfortunately, cuts out a lot of Rudy's internal monologue that would be better. That would be. Sorry, I added the word be for some reason. That would better flesh out his character. But that's expected when trying to adapt a lengthy light novel into an anime format. I'm glad I found you two. The discussions before and after the episodes are pretty entertaining. The only two pieces of info you guys mixed up in your discussion here is last episode, Roxy mentioned her village never gets rain. I can see why you may have misremembered that to her village burning down, lol. The other is she said the magic school is across the mountains, not her village. Again, not huge pieces of info, but I'd hate for you guys to theorize stuff in the future based on incorrect assumptions. By the way, I love sorry don't know your names yet. Dude on the right's almost conspiracy level theory deductions on some stuff. Smiley face.
Which one of us is the one with conspiracies?
I'm the one on the right.
Alright, yeah, there you go. Someone finally appreciates it. But yeah, no, love the compliment, thank you so much. We're having a lot of fun right here. Uh, it, yeah, no, I was pretty certain that Academy was over the mountains. We had a long figuring out about that one.
I could have sworn I mean, this has been weeks
Mhm.
now since we saw that episode, but I could have sworn that when she was talking about her village, she indicated towards the mountains.
Yeah. Well, well, now we know. Now we know better. But I like where he started here, which this is a story about personal growth. It isn't about wish fulfillment. It's not power fantasy necessarily. It is literally let's follow this person and see if they can become better. And yeah, he's not the hero here to save the day. He's not like divinely inspired to be the main character, right?
Well,
This is just a
maybe not until now. This was turning point
not until
one,
now.
where he
Mhm.
literally had to jump out in front of people and save them.
Yeah, but that was like a personally heroic action. Like he's not destined to be anything right now.
Well, I
He
once
could just
heard
go back to the farm and live a happy life and be a better person about it, and that would be a
a
compelling
great
story.
person said, "It's only 5 moments in a person's life that makes them a hero."
Four or five, give or take, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. I couldn't. I was distracted by the reflection in his face.
Oh gosh, no, but yeah, I think we are getting like at least enough of Rudeus that like we know he's making progress. He's becoming better. He's thinking about things. Just still half the time he's still being a creep, right?
Well, most of the time.
I think though, like he does like show off more often than not that he is thinking about other people, how they feel, and how to make them happy, above and before thinking like, and then I'm gonna get something out of it.
I think it's all at the same time. I don't think it's
Yeah,
before or after. He's doing a nice thing and then being a creep at the same time.
yeah. He is who he is, and he's going through literally a new lifetime of experiences to change. It's nice. It's good. The story is drama, and I think that's why we've actually been enjoying it a whole lot. So I think that's all I got. There, you got anything else?
I'm going to paste this to you. I'm going to read it,
Sure.
but it's just in a format that I think you'd appreciate to be able to see while I'm reading it.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right. Next up, we have Instant Ramen saying the difference among the three sword styles. 1. Sword God style. This sword style is really aggressive. This sword style wants the user to take down the enemy in one strike or as fast as possible. Its characteristics are that it charge before jump straight to. I'm just gonna read it straight. Charge before jump straight to the enemy and take them down. Take initiative to attacking first. Kill before being killed. Want you to hit the enemy first. Surprise attack. Number 2, North God style. This sword style wants you to use everything to support the sword play and have a good adaptation to condition and unique weapon or tools. And they has dual wielding techniques. Characteristics are, don't laugh, throwing their own sword, using poison, deception and distraction, having or use two swords, like to provoking the opponent. And number 3, Water God style. This sword style is total defense. There's no attack skills except counterattack. Its characteristics include not moving a lot, just blocking, deflecting, and counterattack. They never gonna attack except counterattack. I guess the, let's see,
Hmm.
Sword King, Sword God style King class, based from the sword style and the rank. So I guess that's how you just denote them. Sword style, Sword God style, North God style, Water God style, as previously mentioned.
And I think like the style all of our characters so far have been using is the sword god style, isn't it?
I don't remember what our resident cat lady uses.
I'm moderately confident it was that, and it fits like what we've
It
been
might
doing so
actually be in
far.
the upcoming comment because I am not done yet, and you're
Keep
probably
on
reading
going.
ahead. The ranks are beginner, intermediate, advanced, saint, king, emperor, god, just like magic. The rank of all characters that we already met. Kiss Lane, as I'm sure is not the right way to pronounce that, as a previous commenter said, but We read as we read. Sword King, Sword God style, King class. Sword God style equals her sword style. King equals her rank. Paul advanced on all three sword style. Sword God style, advanced. North God style, advanced. Water God style, advanced. Rudeus is Saint class Water Mage, whereas Roxy is King class Water Mage. As they might denote in the above rankings, that means Roxy is actually still more powerful than Rudeus. Or more educated, more
Hmm.
disciplined. I don't know exactly how that translates
Has
out.
reached a higher level. Good enough.
Well, they were a
Uh,
higher level already. I guess that's how they got Rudeus to Saint. But, Rudeus seems to be more powerful anyway.
I do like that this technically means that Rudy is already more powerful than his father, but his father obviously has more knowledge, experience, etc.
No, I don't know how you got that.
Advanced is lower than Saint.
Right, but he's a saint at one thing, whereas Paul is advanced in three things. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
even our
The comparison
resident,
isn't perfect,
even our
and with his
resident king
titles.
rank person isn't in anything else.
Hmm.
Paul is like a savant in that he's good at a lot of things.
He just hasn't broken up into the king rank or anything, which that's fine. He probably will. I feel that's going to be a story
Well,
beat at
you're
some point.
you're also measuring two completely different things.
Also completely
They
fair.
have
I'm just having fun
similar
with
they
it.
have similar rank structures, but there's no way that Rudeus is taking Paul out with magic.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't have the time to, get everything because it looks like he has to form water in front of him and then aim it and shoot it. Whereas Paul is in your face from the moment you start the fight.
It's that aggressive sword god style, right?
Well, he's all three styles. Probably
Mhm.
means he's combining them in a bunch of ways.
But yeah, I don't think we've actually seen the other two styles explicitly yet, have we?
Well, we haven't been told, so we wouldn't know. It
Fair,
also
fair.
turns out if like the sword styles are like rock paper scissors, that means that Paul has got like the thing to defeat every other sword style up to advanced level, which means that if you're god ranked at one sword style, Paul has your counter at advanced.
I'd have a little giggle if they decide to go as simple as rock, paper, scissors. I feel it's not going to go that way, but I'll still get a laugh out of it.
Well, I mean, it's not a simplicity thing. That's just an easiest way to describe it thing, right? Nothing
Mhm.
has to be exactly rock paper scissors. It's just like things have their counters. Like I was just watching a video the other day about how MMA has shown so
Mhm.
many martial arts to be, if not fake, um, not designed to actually fight anything. Like
Oh, YouTube threw you the same algorithm video. I see.
Kung Fu is designed to fight other Kung Fu users
Mhm.
outside of. I might be using the wrong one, but specifically, if you're fighting anybody outside of it, they're not trained to attack you the same way another kung fu user. It's so,
Yeah.
or sumo. In fact, sumo has shown up in the MMA, failed completely because sumo is a martial art specifically designed to fight other sumo wrestlers, not
Mhm.
actually win a fight against other people who are actually trying to come at you with the intent to harm.
Right, right. And so it all comes down to the utility, do these things actually protect you? But we're living in a fantasy world, so it's all true.
Well, no, just the idea that there are counters for things that the sword style could just be kung fu, right? It could just be designed to fight other sword style users, in which case it is a rock paper scissors system because it's not an actually well developed art designed
Mhm.
to hurt other people. I think the other one example in that video was Krav Maga, right?
Yeah.
Which is designed to incapacitate people through death, more likely, which is not something you can train in because you can't train with another person to legitimately try to kill you. It's something you just have to, like, in the
Yeah.
field.
Mhm. But no, that's a good insight to bring into this, I think. But at least we're not going to be stuck in that dichotomy where Rudius is going to be like, "Oh no, my sword technique, it was useless all along." we've seen it be good and used and demonstrated against other people,
Well,
at
not by
least.
Rudeus, because again, he uses a giant staff that he just got because he's leaning into the magic.
That's true. That's true. He's gonna be a wizard, Harry.
He sucks at the sword.
So I think that's it for the comments right there. So let's go ahead and see what happened last time. Go quickly over that. Last time was Turning Point 1, where 2 years later, Eris and her family hold a birthday party for Rudeus, who is disappointed at first that his own family could not attend due to the increase of monster activity around the country. Rudeus is presented with a top quality magic staff, and Philip expresses his will to have Rudeus marry Eris and become his successor, but Rudeus rejects the offer. Later that night, Rudeus is surprised to see Eris waiting in his room. He then attempts to have sex with her, but she pushes him away. Realizing his mistake, Rudeus apologizes to Eris, who forgives him. A few days later, a huge cloud of mana forms in the sky, and the legendary hero Perigus Dola sends his aide Arumanfi to investigate. Suspicious that Rudeus, who is practicing with his new staff alongside Eris and Ghislaine, uh, could be involved with the cloud's appearance, Arumafi attacks him, but Ghislaine defends Rudeus and confirms his innocence when a massive burst of lightning envelops them.
Yeah. We'd also got like a flashback of Paul, with I guess other people from the village, actually
Yeah,
out
yeah.
hunting monsters in the woods before
Yeah, where they are now.
the mana thing showed up.
Mhm. And it was described before, that's their role, that's what they're supposed to do when they're doing it. Cool, everything checks out, right?
Yep.
Uh, but the most interesting thing I think from the end of that was, of course, the hero suddenly appearing, deciding to go full force against whatever
Well,
they find,
Hero's
and
Aid.
just
Hero's
yeah.
Aid appearing.
Well,
The
the hero makes
heroes.
the executive decision, kill anything.
Yeah, but the hero stayed up there, is what I'm saying. So
Yeah,
we're
yeah, yeah.
dealing with the second man down.
But they came in, nice and bombastic, incredibly threatening, and then everybody got laser beamed. So they're obviously not dead. We're not done with the series. But I'll be curious to see where they are at the beginning of this episode.
I mean,
Uh,
nobody's shown any teleportation powers except for the new guy who showed up, and it didn't seem like he was in the area. So I
mhm.
got my best guess is the Ghislaine. You know, it seemed like seemed like Rudeus was trying to save them, but my best guess was that the Ghislaine would have grabbed them, and we've seen her travel at high speed.
She crossed an entire city within like moments, so yeah, of course. So yeah, no, they're not dead. We're gonna get more conflict, and I wonder how long the Hero's Aid is gonna stick around and actually explain things or even incorporate them into
Well,
plans.
he ran off somewhere
Or
else because we
oh,
also
he did.
saw, yeah, he
Hmm.
ran off in some other direction before the explosion. Because remember, there's also another figure that we saw fighting dragons. So there's a
Hmm.
lot of shit happening all over. Oh, and that girl wandering through the ruins of something.
Yeah, we had like a whole lot of like images of characters we don't know who they are going out of their way to just say, "I am involved in the plot now." And I think we're just sitting here going, "What the hell is going on? What's gonna happen
So
next?"
yeah, so the hero's aid wasn't there
Mhm,
directly with them. He just thought they were the cause of it, and then
mhm.
my best of my recollection, ran off in another direction that he thought was the thing. So entirely possible that we just got introduced to him now, and then one of the other characters is going to come along and meet our group again.
Mhm. I think I gotta say, if I wanted to make a prediction right now, I literally can't. This could go like anywhere right now for
On a
me.
scale of 1 to 10,
We're at 10 right now. We're off the charts. We're at 11, Theta. Come on, keep up.
just your ridiculous thing from Jujutsu Kaisen. Scale of 1 to 10. Where do you think we are? I can't make a guess. Don't know
No,
what's
that was
gonna
from this.
happen.
That was from this series. That was from like 2 episodes ago.
Well, we also did the joke in Jujutsu Kaisen, if I'm
Yeah,
misremembering.
we also did it there. But I think in that case, Theta, are you just ready to watch and see what
Let's
happens?
do it.
All right, but before we get started, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below to feed that algorithm. On top of all that, if you want more shows like this, unfiltered, uncensored, and uncut, as well as early access stuff, you can check it out over on the Patreon. It is $5 a month, but no pressure. It's all to support the channel, just a little bit extra.
Click the link down below. Join the Discord. Tell us which one of the new characters we saw in the last episode is your favorite.
Up, back in heaven again.
Oh, he did
Time to get
die.
reborn.
Huh? Maybe he did die.
そうか。終わりか。
You fucked up your rebirth. Here's temp number 3.
やあ、はじめまして、ルーデウス君。
Hey, it's Truth.
Oh yeah, huh? What's he doing here?
Gonna teach you the secrets of alchemy.
どこのどなた様で？
見ての通りだよ。
A weirdo?
よく見えないんですが。
僕は人神だ。神様だよ。
はあ、人神。
君のこと見てたよ。
Every specific thing has a god. He's the man god.
Yeah. Animism right there.
覗きですか？
そう、面白いから見守ってやることにしたよ。
You're dead and in heaven. Why do you need glasses?
Why does God keep you around? Because you're funny.
味方？笑っちゃうね。異世界転生とか夢見させておいて、結局ゲームオーバー。浮かれた俺を見るのは楽しかったか？全く信用できないね。
困ったな。ま、とりあえず助言させてくれよ。
That is a creepy little animation style to him.
Yeah, he's definitely 3D rendered here, but the clash is great.
ポジティブになったところで絶望が加算されて戻ってくるだけさ。今みたいにな。
勘違いしないでくれよ。前世じゃなくて今の話をしてるんだから。
じゃあこの姿は？
君の精神体だよ。肉体は無事だ。
なら目が覚めてもこのクソみたいな体に戻るわけじゃない。
目が覚めれば君の体は元通りだ。
So we're just gonna refer to rudeus now as the normal.
夢か。
Yeah.
驚いたね。精神体と肉体がここまで。
I wonder if he's gonna come back here at some point in the future, and he's gonna have the mental state of rudeus instead of this.
That'd be a good metaphor.
この六面世界以外の場所には僕だって送り返せないよ。
はあ？ってことはあんたが俺
Oh
を
man, this world's only a
転生させたわ
D6.
けじゃないのか。
まあね。そういうのは悪い竜神の得意とするところさ。
悪い竜神のね。
で、聞くかい助言。
聞かない。
Oh, come on.
うさんくさい。
信じてくれよ。最初の一回だけでいいからな。
なんだよ、その先っぽだけでいいから見たいのは。絶対騙そうとしてるだろ。
It's not the God mankind.
Well, who the
asked
hell
for.
told you just the tip?
このままだと君死んじゃうよ。
What were those guys outside up to?
なんで？
まあ大陸って過酷な土地だもん。食べ物だってほとんどないし、魔物はいっぱいいるし、やっていけるかな。
は？ちょっと待って、何それ？
君はね、大規模な魔力災害に巻き込まれて転移したの。
魔力災害？あの光のことか。
あるのかい？知らない危険な土地で生きていく自
I wasn't too
信。
far off when I said he died and got transported to a third isekai. Technically, he just got transported to another part of the world, but...
Still counts.
はいはい。では、ルーデウスよ。よくお聞きなさい。目が覚めたら、近くに男がいるでしょう。その男を頼るのです。そして、彼を助けるのです。
What about the other two people? I'd be greatly concerned about what the water meant.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Everybody's fine.
good. I was worried that we were just gonna, like, abandon all our previous characters. Ah, the ones you're not supposed to trust.
Yeah. Oh, that sort of defeated feeling.
ハスコナイヒワレギアンクアンク
質問の意味はわからんが、お前たちは空から降ってきた。
Previous episodes, him learning all the languages starting to pay off.
体を温めておいた。
アンズヤ助けていただいたんですね。ありがとうございます。ところでもう一人近くにいませんでしたか？従属の。
俺が見つけたのはお前たち二人だけだ。
そうですか。
I'm sure she'll be okay.
俺を見ても
Her butt was rock hard.
助けていただいた方を怖がるのは失礼ですよ。
お前は不思議な子供だな。
Oh, now she gets to go through this whole process again.
I would apologize ahead of time for anything she says.
Oh god, yeah.
隣失礼します。ここはどこですか？
マ大陸の北東、ビエゴヤ地方。
That's not a name I could say unless I heard it.
遠いところに来てしまいました。
ここから中央大陸に帰るのにどのくらいかかるのやら。
お前たちはなぜこんなところにいる？
それがどうやら大きな魔力災害に巻き込まれたみたいでして。
安心しろ。必ず故郷まで送り届けてやる。ここで放り出したとあってはスペルドの誇りに傷がつく。もっとも傷だらけの誇りだがな。
Ah, there we go.
おはようございます。こちらは。
Like I said, apologize ahead of time.
So
This
your
is
young
embarrassing.
child
普
just
通の反応だ。
僕は異常ですか？
異常だ。だが悪くはない。
It has to be. I much prefer kids like you.
ましてエリスボレアスグレイラットです。
エリス、ボボボレアス、グレイラットか。
違うわよ。
he's trying.
ちょっと噛んだだけよ。
Ah, gotta balance that aggression and fear.
ルイジェルド・スペルティアだ。
話が通じればみんな友達になれるんですよ。
I'm just glad they didn't do what I thought an anime like this would, and she didn't like piss herself or something.
Ah.
縮こまってネタフリ
Oh,
を
that
して
would
い
been
たんです
terrible.
ね。バカにしないでよ。ルイジェルドさんは頼めば友達になってくれるかもです。でもルイジェルドさんからもお願いします。
おう。
Something.
よろしく頼む。
I'm surprised she can understand him.
They're speaking their normal language, I guess.
Oh. I thought when it moved from the translating thing on top that they just like when you're watching a foreign film and they transition into English, that sort of thing. I thought it was just them going into that, not them stopping demonic or whatever it is.
エリス、ちゃんと送り届けないとな。
I don't know why I winced. Like I was actually staring at the sun.
Natural lights.
Just thinking of Dragon Ball Z original. Oh no! Natural light!
Well, Man God was not lying. This place has nothing.
Well, he also mentioned monsters, which we've only seen in cave paintings so far. I'd be slightly concerned how much of his water tastes like hand sweat.
Oh god. Oh, that would be the worst setting detail to have. All summoned stuff is just inherently nasty.
絶対に動くなと言っただろう。
どうして見えないのに魔物がいるって分かったのよ。
額にある目のおかげで俺には見える。
便利ね。
こんなものはない方がいいと何度も思ったかな。
じゃあもらってあげてもいいわよ。ほじ取り出して。
そうもいかんさ。
冗談だよな。
剣さえあれば私も戦う。
I mean, to be fair,
僕も少しくらい魔術
we don't know if it's biological or just
子供は余計な
a
心配をするな。
a thing added. Would explain
誰が兄よ。
what, Finn? What's her name? Finn? Like, I've already forgotten.
そうだったか。すまん。ルイジェルド。
Sylph?
Yeah, Sylph. Why she doesn't have one if she actually is one of them. Turtle shell
イラホイファ
wigwams.
伊藤クラーナケカアンジクサジ
いい銀勢にあかんとんあやくわに。ロイン。こらインルイクセウェビ。ラカムサクゲワチャボーカ。
ねえ、何話してるのよ。僕らが怪しいから村に入れられないんですって。
ファー
Alright, well, at least this explains the thing I got confused about.
せな。オサを呼ぶそうだ。話せば通してもらえるだろう。
He doesn't appear to be going for the chief. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Tilla. Hey! You learned something.
ミグルド族。
イハイクウジラピワ
ぜいくえ、い銀勢ね。
周囲ウククコナルーデウスグレイラット。
インルおにちょ。
魔人語を勉強しておいてよかった。
オサのロックスです。お、その首飾りどこで手に入れなさった？
人間語わかるんかい。
師匠にもらいました。
おお、師匠。
名前はロキシー。
ロキシー。
スエンゲザに。
Outcast? Outcast, Roxy?
ロキシーイントタクサギ
Oh, wait, you look like you're 5. What?
ここロキシーの実家かい。
Sorry, 10. You look like you're 10.
Coincidence of coincidences.
変なのが畑を守ってるわ。見て見て。よく見ると亀の甲羅よ。ロキシーが
She's adorable in this moment, at
ロ
least.
キシーが2人。ロキシーが3人、4人。落ち着け。俺の髪は。
Careful there, Rudeus, you drooled.
サグンゼグゾノルトさオザーリラ祝い状態
20年って。イミグルド、イハイカドライ、北クライはやべに。
連絡さえんざ
That man's at least 60.
アヤキウイ祝い成功を
We're talking like elf years.
Okay.
ロキシーゼイゼイワンゼイクエウギクサザマにヤミシチ
インプセティ、シーロンイハカユギ。
ウラチは
イルワスイク。
春馬をうらちはありこはインクシンさ。
お父さん。
パウロたちも無事だと知ったら泣いてくれるんだろうか。
なるほど。
Customary bowl of
我々も
turds.
昨晩流星があちこちに飛んでゆくのを見て異変を感じており
Welcome
ま
to
した。
the land where you have nothing better to
ごち
eat.
そうさまでした。
どうしたものか。おう。
Overstimulated.
仲がよろしいですね。
Tired, I
それ
think.
はもう
Well, I mean, she's been running around. Look at that, look at that, look at that.
帰るつもりかね。
You know, kid gets
俺は
overstimulated.
ついていく。二人だけにはしない。
ついて行ってどうするつもりかね。
どうもこうもない。俺が二人を守り、無事に故郷へ送り届ける。
お主、町に入れんじゃろ
え、町に入れない？
何かあれば二人を救う。そこにいる奴らを皆殺しにしてでも。
Well, little
相
frightening,
変わ
yeah.
らず子供のことになると見境がないの。そやつを助けたのは10年ほど前じゃったか。しかしその強引さでお主の目的は達成できるのかな。
その目的というのは何なんですか？
ルイジェルド殿にはスペルド族の悪評を取り除きたい
By killing everyone.
But for the sake of
そ
children.
れは無理そうだ。ロキシーにも忠告された。スペルド族への恐怖はおそらくこの世界に根付いているんだろう。エリスがあんなに怯えること
It's confusing.
でもスペルド族
She's from
戦争
here.
で敵味方区別なく襲ったというのは本当のことなんですよね。
違う。事実ではない。あれはラプラスの陰謀だ。
ラプラス。
奴は俺たちを裏切った。
詳しく。
Let me guess, the guy that the hero fought against.
Yep.
そこからルイジェルドが話し始めたのは歴史の裏側の話だった。
Ooh.
And then Vader told Luke that he
戦
was.
争中、俺たちは奴から槍を与えられた。槍はスペルド族の魂。それを捨てて他の槍を使うことはできないという者もいた。
400年前の戦争、魔族を統一し人族から権利を勝ち取った英雄ラプラス、配下として共に戦ったスペルド族。与えられた栄誉の槍をルイジェルドたちは結局受け取った。
その槍は強力だった。アダナス敵がいないと思えるほどに。しかし異変が起き始めた。俺たちはいつからか敵味方関係なく周囲の者たちを襲い出すようになったのだ。だが誰も疑問に思わなかった。
A curse-inspired false flag?
やがて俺たちは目に見えるものすべて殺す
I
ように。
wonder if they had the red gems before the spears.
親を殺し、妻を殺し、兄弟を殺し、己の子供を刺し殺した。
Okay, so he's our Hercules analog.
この槍は俺を呪いから
Hercules, in his rage,
命を投げ出した
the gods gave him, killed his own family, and then had to do this whole thing about
族の悪評は迂闊にラプラスを信じ
making up for it.
呪われた槍を受け取っ
The
てしま
trials
っ
of
た。
Hercules, yeah.
俺たちへの罰だ。だからこそ戦士たちの長として俺がそれをなく
Yeah,
さ
if I
なければ
pause
なら
talking,
ない
it's because I'm also trying to absorb what's being given at me at the same time.
It is a fun recontextualizing of everything we've gotten so far.
ずっと一人ぼっちだったのだろうか。無念だったのだろうか。やるせなかったのだろうか。
And our main character gets further and further from home every couple of episodes.
後悔か。
Well, that was weird.
わかりました。
Yeah, his inner self understands what's going on.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like every time we see his inner self, it means he's getting further away from being rudeus
約束しま
and
しょう。
more about who he used to be.
できる限りのことはすると。
Although what they just showed us was the exact opposite, which doesn't make sense to me.
ウクレイクは
主犯税位、安底に
ウィーバギ
ザクエロカ
師匠のお母さん。インパネ。
リユマをインラクサンゼクー赤くい
主兵インパネ。
デュリクロキシーソガエグザーラ
祝いふえ。ウクワクワ。作奏即ドルオサ。
あ
祝いふえ。
木浴びて
Oh, I love the nose cell on that.
ワクドラは
おっと。
ロキシーンジラクオンザゾクンザキハ
I'm clearly too small to use this.
Guess who's not?
ご好意感謝いたしますわ
I thought she was gonna do the thing before where she demands a present as well.
俺はルイジェルドを助けると約束した。生前の俺ならあの話を聞いても鼻で笑っていただろう。でも昨べ俺は信じることに決めた。
Don't run around with a sword.
あの話があっさり心に響いたのだ。
She's a trained warrior. She's
街の外で
fine.
は守ってもらい
No, she's a warrior in training. There's a
ギブ
difference.
アンドテイクだ。
ルイジェルドさん、これからもよろしくお願いします。
Stick or silence to mean the same thing.
That was good.
I felt like that was the most anime of the show so far. I feel like that would have been episode 1 of most other isekai.
Mm-hmm.
Because no, we just needed this many episodes to treat our character or teach our character how to speak demon, so that he would have some way to talk to these characters. Otherwise, in a normal isekai, he would just appear knowing demon.
Right, but like, I guess relating to like the destined hero talk from before, like we literally had God stop and go, "No, seriously, help out this guy." We've gone a little bit backwards from that point, a little bit, but also it's not like the normal over-the-top chosen hero stuff. This is just like, hey, dude, just stop the racism.
Well,
Right?
I mean, we don't know because
That's a
Roxy.
pretty modest goal.
Roxy comes from here, and she holds the same opinions that the humans have. And it
Mhm.
seems like not for no good reason, right? These are the people that
Oh, yeah.
killed themselves. They were that bloodthirsty. And granted, it's because some dude tricked them, right? But at the same point, it's a thing. It's a known thing.
I got another thought here once we get our next time.
You already had a job. You're still actively doing it, in fact.
Someone gonna die. But yeah, no, so my thinking is, he's at least 400 years old. They clearly could just live as long as they want. Some of them could just still have those cursed spears. They could still just be out there and nothing's changed.
Sure.
I think that would be the general warning. Like, if enough of them are still around, the warning is still valid. Like, hey, look out for the weird guy.
No, that's what I was saying, is that it's not a, you're calling it racism, but it's not really? Because it'd be
The
racism...
exterior perception everyone has is merely as that.
No, it's not, though, because they really did it. It'd be racist to say, if you were like... God, trying really hard here not to make real world analogies. It'd be racist to say that because a bunch of rumors are spread around and we're trying to dehumanize these people, but they really did the thing that they are known for. So it's like, it'd be like saying, "Dog, come on, don't say the dragons are eating people. That's racist. Just because the dragons are eating people has nothing to do with this." It's like, no, the dragons are eating people. Be afraid of the dragons.
I think they put it the best, where he's just like, you know what, our reputation is kind of irreparable right now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. It's not racist to say that, because they actually did the thing people are scared of them about. It's literally quoting history. Be like, don't be afraid of the Nazis. What have they done? It's like, look, be afraid of the Nazis. Hate Nazis. It's cool. It's cool to hate Nazis. And the Spur, I'm about to call them the nerds. The Spurs are like, I guess they're like further back in history than the Nazis are to us, considering we're actively still dealing with them apparently.
1600s. What's the best we can go there? Like saying
it'd be like saying if we were Arabic and the Crusaders, we were talking about the Crusaders. All those fucking Crusaders keep coming here, raping our women, killing our children, stealing our goods. Those fucking Crusaders. Thank God they were stupid, because they fail every time. But they're still violent assholes.
I think, though, it's fair to say, like, they did at least, like, set everything up properly beforehand. They did it well in the episode, and I'm on board for, like, where they're going. This sounds like a good direction to be going, like, while it's otherwise just a journey to get back home.
Well, I mean, this fits into why that episode was called a turning point, even though this should have been the episode called a turning point. But it feels like we're in Isekai Part 2. Because we're now been isekai'd from our isekai. Granted, this isn't actually another world, and we're just on another continent, but still, it's very, very much a different show now than the last episodes that we've been in.
Which, speaking of different show, what do you make of the entire man god thing?
Well, that's why I said when
the
we were
whole
watching
scene
it.
as a whole.
I don't know. That's why I said I'm very interested to know what the water was about. Because it seemed to be washing him away in more than just a thematic sense. It very much seemed like the water was actually representing water. Like, what's going on? Well, I half expected him to wake up on a beach, right? Like, the water was just a mental interpretation of the actual water that was literally carrying him to shore. But no, they were in the middle of a desert, so... Unless mana is represented physically in water, which is why he's so good with the water element.
You know what? That's actually a really good theory. I like that. That makes, like, perfect sense.
Well, I mean, because you think about it, water is accumulating up in the clouds and forming up into things the same way that rain does. So it's all very much in the same meta of the way he's been trained and the one element that he knows how to use.
Yeah.
I mean, it's either that or it's literally figuratively. What is literally figuratively? Unless it's literally he's just good with water, and this is his unconscious mind controlling water.
I'm interested in, like, the power dynamics of, like, deities that they're trying to go on there a little bit too. Where Man God is just like, oh no, like, I can't do anything like that. You'd have to ask the Dragon God to do something like that.
Well, it's clearly some sort of apparent hierarchy, but at the same time, he didn't say he couldn't. He said that the wicked Dragon God was better at it.
Yeah, fair. So, are we going to get, like, maybe a meta-narrative of, like, the entirety of the plot is portrayed as a clash between gods as well or something? I don't know where it's going to go with this. We have, like, little bits of evidences, and we just gotta see what they use them for.
We don't know what all those other characters that we saw introduced to in the Turning Point episodes end were up to. Other than the fact they're looking up at the I think the plot's going to be more about the mana storms or whatever the heck that is causing them than anything else. Well, I say that, but we're still trying to get home. Right now,
we're not going to get an answer for that for a while, are we?
We're still Gilligan's Island up in here.
Though, knowing the show, it could literally just go, and 3 years pass as they walk across the continent.
Well, I mean, yeah, because how many episodes was it and how many years that he went from a baby to a 10-year-old? However, they don't say 3 years have passed. He just shows up, is a little bit older, and is doing something else. So they're not going to give us a little time swipe. They're just going to, next episode, we're going to be there, wherever there is.
Our rate is a little faster than 1 year an episode, technically, on average.
Well, I mean, technically, it's like the clock faces episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, episode 4, episode 5, 6. So it's not like
we accelerate where needed.
Yeah, it's not like a year or so there. It's like we get like brief cutouts of his life. Kind of like Sword Art Online did that everybody hated.
There you go.
Well, Sword Art Online dealt with like brief moments in the memory of the character. So we didn't go floor to floor like everyone wanted in retrospect. Than what Sword Art Online Progressive actually does. And instead we went like, all right, here's floor 1 where we introduce you to the show. Here's floor 2. Here's floor 10. Here's floor 23. We just jump into the important parts of the character's life rather than being with them for the entire journey, like the introduction to Birdemic.
Gosh, you know what? Just complete side thought. I'm now thinking of Sword Art Online, but somebody's Twitch streaming it the whole time.
Well, they would get
Someone
shut
sets
down.
up their Twitch stream before their brain gets put into the game, and now their Twitch stream is stuck in their head throughout the whole thing. Sword Art Online Twitch.
I mean, I'm trying to think here, because the people on the outside could interact with the people that were in the game. It's just that they couldn't take them out, because the moment they tried taking them out, they would immediately kill them. Also, when you look forwards to Alfheim Online, you have people trapped in the game whose brains are being monitored by people outside of it. We don't really see a lot of interaction between the two, except for maybe like, God, I can't remember the arc where it's all time accelerated. But we do see the collaborator, the woman that worked with the guy who made the system, and how they were monitoring stuff. So I think it was entirely possible to do something like that. I just don't know that you'd want to, right? Because you'd be literally seeing the vegetable state, like, oh, my wife was playing the game, and here I'm sitting at her bedside, and the last thing I wanted was to look up in the game and see her settle for the life now that she has the VR MMO with some guy that I don't even know which vegetable in this room he is. Like, we made it to third floor 34, where we've just bought a little log cabin by the lake, and now they're talking about having kids together, but I'm grasping her fucking literal hand. I've been here every day.
So, join us next time for Sword Art Online. Oh, God, we could be here for a while on that one. But I guess I'll go ahead and ask any final thoughts about the show today. Any final details on your mind?
No, I think we've said everything out loud as it came.
Fair enough, fair enough. In that case, let's just go ahead and wrap it up for the day. This has been Stoneface Reactions. I'm Griffin. That's Theta. We'll catch you next time. See you around, everybody. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?